Hi, I'm Maya Bouger with FandomWire. Tye, great to meet you. How are you?
You too. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Congrats on the film. I just spoke with Jean-Stéphane and Kali, and I was just saying how this is a real experience watching it. It's a very sensory cinema, and so congratulations on that. I always wonder how a project as heavy and realistic as this one can change not only how you see yourself as an actor, but if a role like this is a challenge for you, of course, but also how an entire landscape, and in this case, a city, can change the way we see in New York, not like the glamorous, busy, big city we see in TV shows, but we see a way darker and sad face of the city. So I was wondering if you see the city differently now, because I truly believe that's what movies can do to us. It can open our minds like this and show us new angles on things we thought we knew or that we see every day. And then, we have another angle, another point of view now.
Yeah, no, I think you hit the nail right on the head. I think that was really Jean Stéphane's intention with the film is to show the real grittiness and darker side of New York. And that's the truth of, the lives of medics. They're being called from one call to the next and showing up
Yeah.
in people's worst moments, right? And you never know who you're going to get called to, and I found that process super fascinating when I was doing these ride-alongs. We were trying to make the movie since 2018. So we've been trying to make it for a long time, and it's been a labor of love. But I would take trips to New York, and Jean Stéphane and I would do ride-alongs together over the years. And you get a call, and suddenly you're in the middle of some family as they're cooking dinner. You walk into their house, and somebody's just had a heart attack, and the pasta's boiling on the stove, and the kids are crying, and the TV's blaring, and you never know, you know, what you're going to walk into, which I think is fascinating. But yeah, it's these medics, they get to experience like so many different facets of you know the intimacy of people's lives, and I think the film does really kind of capture that in a way, and a lot of it is gritty, but I think ultimately the film is very hopeful.
Yeah.
It's about finding the light in the darkness.
I lived in New York City for a bit, and the sirens were constantly on, going on, and seeing the movie and then hearing them, it's like it's a new experience. You're like, yeah, I know, I kind of see what's going on right now. So it's yeah, um, it was shot in 23 days, which is kind of crazy. What were the biggest challenges for you? What did you learn about yourself as an actor? Because I mean, I think that your character and yourself, we he learns who he is. He changes throughout the movie. So I'm seeing maybe a little parallel between you two, and the fact that you had to learn also all these technical things under such pressure. So I was wondering what you learned about yourself as an actor with so much pressure.
Oh yeah, I definitely learned a lot about myself through the making of this film. Yeah, every day, as you said, we shot the movie in 23 days, which is not a lot of time, and especially in New York. New York is very unforgiving. New York just is. It's a very lively place. And on one hand, people don't care that you're
Mm.
shooting a movie, which is great. You can go around and people aren't really staring at the camera and stuff like that. So you can go and you can actually kind of capture the reality of New York. It has a bit of leniency there. But in terms of, like the bureaucratic nature around New York and the permitting process and, regulations, I think it's an incredibly difficult place to make a movie, especially one like this, of this size, which is so ambitious. So I think, I learned a lot about myself in the sense of how to deal with chaos, how
Mm.
to deal with stress every day
It
for
always comes handy dealing
yeah,
with
it
kids.
always comes handy. But yeah, I was like heavily reliant on my journal at night, and trying to understand how I could be better, for myself, but also better for, my fellow crewmates and my cast members and my director. And so yeah, it definitely pushed all of us to
Yeah,
the edge. And
yeah.
I'm actually in New York right now, because we have our premiere tonight. But yeah, I can't. I feel like coming back to New York, it almost gives me some kind of PTSD from the time of it was
Right.
really, really intense.
Yeah. No, I agree. But then you landed in Cannes, so I think it was all worth it.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
premiere in
No, it
Cannes.
was it was always the hope. Yeah, that's always where we
Yeah.
hope to end up with the film. So yeah, it was
Yeah.
really it's been a really special journey.
Yeah, no, I agree. They're giving me the wrap. Thank you so much for joining me today, Ty. Maybe I will see you soon for a Ready Player 2 junket. Who knows?
Appreciate it. You
Bye.
too.